All right. First and foremost, want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shah, Bahashem, Wakakadash. Double honor to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who teach well. Salutation to you, Akim, preach your truth and sincerity. Present your bodies as living sacrifice. Shalom to the hopeful elect. Shalom to the few sisters listening or in silence. Mashiach, children of the light.
Bruh.
Brother Yashar.
We'll come at you with some more of it. Want to open up with Micah 2:1. All right. Woe to them that devise iniquity and work evil upon their beds. When the morning is light, they practice it because it is in the power of their hand. Going to Micah 2:2. And they covet fields and take them by violence and houses and take them away. So they oppress a man. So they oppress a man in his house, even a man in his heritage.
Yeah, kind. And that's exactly what we was talking about when we did the video Monday that didn't get put up, through the spirit, brothers and we prophesied. And then like 2 hours later, we like, but this is exactly what we went into. And see how the spirit looped it back around because this man unrighteous decree in this wicked ass kingdom.
And everything that he's done has been to subjugate the man of the Lord, right? Because if you subjugate and you emasculate the men, you understand, then everything else then the fruit that's produced after that becomes weakened, right? It's like the same thing you see Esau do with his GMO fruit, how they take all the vitamins and the nutrients out of it. So anything that comes from that tree is going to be weakened as well.
Yeah, without nourishment, it's pretty much dead. It don't yield its own fruit, if I'm saying it correctly.
Yeah. No, you saying it right, because and I was just making that analogy, right? Because the scriptures always talk about being, the prophets and the men of the Lord being the first fruits, right? That we lead by example, right? Not getting caught up in endless debates, being quick to anger, and not
Slow
here.
to wrath,
Yeah,
right?
exactly
Yeah,
right,
kind.
yeah. So not leading in wisdom. So Esau, oppressed the men, the men.
Yeah,
Right?
Yeah.
And they
I got two
hold.
precepts too. How they
Oh
went
yeah.
about them kids.
Oh yeah. Go ahead, bring it out.
Limitations 1 2. Okay. This Ezekiel chapter 4, verse 13. And the Lord said, even thus shall the children of Israel eat their defiled bread among the Gentiles, whither I will drive them.
Con. And right, and you see that today, but you are physically eating defiled food over here, right? Because if you go to any restaurant, anything that's fried, they frying it in pork grease. So you eating fried chicken, but it's fried in pork grease. It's defiled, right? Even with the bread that's produced, the bread that's made today doesn't have vitamin K nutrients in it, right? And even like when we observe the Passover and we observe the righteous acts, we don't know how that lamb was slaughtered. We don't know if that was the first kid born of that year or if it was done cleanly. So
Or if it
although
died of itself,
right. So although
or if it was a male lamb,
con
because you're supposed to have
con
a male lamb.
right. So you know we we don't even know how the lamb was prepared, but yeah, we still rehearse the righteous acts because that's what the scriptures say. So the bread is the fire, but even more so, the seeds, right? The seeds, the children are defiled even more in these times, than in past times, right? Like when you go in First Maccabees and they made the decree that you couldn't practice the high holy days or even call yourself a Jew. You had to become a Greek. So all the generations after that, all they identified as was Greek, and they had no connections to their heritage, to Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shah, the laws, the statutes, the commandments, the wisdom.
Yeah.
So
I got one real quick about the seeds.
Con.
Deuteronomy, you gotta jump with me. 22:9. Okay.
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 22, verse 9.
Man, he's all for everything.
It says, "Thou shalt not sow thy vineyard with diverse seeds, lest the fruit of thy seed which thou hast sown and the fruit of thy vineyard be defiled."
And that's what you see today. Before your child even come into the world, your child defiled, because you may have a child with a woman that was already smutted in by another man.
It's that wicked adulterous generation.
A wicked adulterous generation. So even from conception, your child is already commingled with the DNA and the essence of another man.
That's why it's hard for women to and that's why I mentioned that limitation. Get ready next. That's why it's hard for women to what's that? Damn.
Determine who the father is.
No, when you come together.
Bond
Yeah,
with a man.
co-bond.
Yeah,
Yeah. That's why it's hard for them to do that now, because the wicked and adulterous generation and shit, your free sex, free revolution, all that shit.
Yeah.
From the 60s, the hippies movement and free sex revolution and all that. Then it became in the 2000s, 2010s, and 20s, the free your nipples and all that shit.
Yeah, the whole walk. What was it? Was it the whole walk?
Slut walk. The slut walk. Yep. And they'll tell you, they'll be like, because like, you know, if you go on social media and you see, I saw something the other day, a young girl got married at 18, and all the women in the comments like, she's so young, she didn't live her life, she don't even have experience. What they really mean is go out there, sleep with other men, sleep with more men, whore yourself around, and then you will be ready for marriage. But you're not ready for it as a purer, younger version of yourself. You have to go and play the harlot with many lovers, and then now you ready for marriage.
Right, your daughter shall be whores in the streets. That's part of the curses.
Come. And so so is the mother, so is the daughter, which is, you know, right, when you see it. So yeah, man. So you know, that's how Esau is suppressed us in our home and our heritage, through our women and our children, right? And so the scriptures say, what, you know, as for my people, women are their oppressors, and children rule over them. Because you don't have any authority in your home, because your woman not going to submit to you, and then you don't have any ownership over your children, right?
Yeah,
that's all gonna give them to the woman.
That goes into the UCC. The UCC creditors. When you sign that birth certificate, you sign over everything to what's that, maritime law. Yeah, that's why everything is all caps. Your children don't belong to you; they belong to the bankers. That's why Social Security number that goes back to a bank, because they all assets. That's why when you kill somebody, you have to pay restitution. You have to pay the money that they.
You got a victim?
Yeah.
I had victims. I sold drugs to motherfuckers and they said I had victims.
Yeah, But like you said, this man has defiled everything. This is Leviticus 19:19. You shall keep my statutes. Thou shalt not let thy cattle gender with a diverse kind. Thou shalt not sow thy field with mingled seed. Neither shall a garment mingled of linen and woolen come upon thee. And you see that because now they got super fruits and superfoods and you buy
Yeah. Lemons, even lemons are not naturally made. They are crossbreed.
Broccoli too. Yeah. I ain't even noticed about lemons.
The bananas
Hold on. Let me just make sure. You know how you know something.
Yeah. Go ahead. Because you know the bananas too. The bananas, them not the real bananas. Them not real bananas.
That's what we do. We fact check. We the house of Berea. We don't just
and then also my bad, Akim. You also have the mixed fabrics thing. You look at any of your clothes, it say what, 25% this, 25% that, 25% nylon, polyester,
cotton.
It's more, your clothes be like 75% spandex, 15% nylon, 5% cotton and shit.
And the scripture bluntly just said, don't mix the fabrics.
Right. And here's the AI overview. It says, no, lemons are not naturally occurring. They are a hybrid fruit, a mix of citron and sour orange created through 1,000 years of human cultivation and selective breeding.
See that?
We know who made that.
Right. Esau.
Right.
Yeah. There's let me read it in the NLT. 19, Leviticus 19:19. You must obey all my decrees.
Yeah.
Do not make two different kinds of animals. You got a liger, they do that shit. They crossbreed the tiger and the lion and make a liger.
Yeah. And they got the salmon, super salmon, which is a
Mhm.
crossbreed of
Tilapia.
eel.
Tilapia.
Tilapia too.
I know tilapia. I know that species.
Yeah, that's farm raised or some shit like that. Tilapia.
Oh, okay. That's what that is.
Yeah, that's originated from like China and Africa. I know they two major. They like the ones that started that whole tilapia.
Okay,
thing.
but it's manufactured. That's the thing. So I'm pretty sure if you look it up, it's crossbreed. If you look it up, tilapia, just look it up.
Right now, the USDA got what they call a human pig, but they ain't gonna release no documents on it. I forgot what I was just watching. They brought that up. Oh, that was on CNN.
Because they also putting the pig heart in people.
Yeah, kind. And and the brother died. Stupid.
Yep.
Stupid.
Yep. He was alive for about like 3 months or something. And he
Yeah,
died.
kind. I did a lesson on this retarded ass.
Yeah.
I said, man, y'all wish I ain't playing that shit. He finna drop you, buddy.
Yeah, Con. This is Proverbs 11:1. A false balance is an abomination to the Lord, but a just weight is his delight, right? And this man deals in nothing but false balances, right? He doesn't none of his laws or even how he execute judgment is balanced. You know what I'm saying? Nothing about the food supply, the water supply, is done is distributed justly, man. Right? Whole system is built upon things being defiled and then unbalanced. And all of that is designed to keep his foot on the neck of the men of the Lord.
Yeah, kind. And you know what? We're gonna slow dog walk y'all down all of the imperfections that he has going on, and we're gonna bring the scriptures because that's what we've been doing, and we're gonna highlight. So I got one about that Mashiach, what you were just saying, Deuteronomy 24 and 15. And Yashar got one too about how you're gonna have to pay for your water. Because see, everything is being explained to us in these end times. So you don't bug out.
Let me clarify the tilapia fish. It says
go ahead, Akin.
No, tilapia is a real naturally occurring fish native to Africa and the Middle East. Not man-made, though it is extensively farmed globally.
Right. See, so but we can't say it's man-made and it's not.
Leading to myths about it being an artificial Frankenfish or chemically created.
Yeah, kind of. But you ain't finna get around these other two facts. Watch this.
This is Ezekiel chapter 4, verse 10. And thy meat which thou shalt eat shall be by weight, 20 shekels a day. From time to time shalt thou eat.
You see that, right? Go to the grocery store right now and go buy you a steak, $25, $35, $45, $55. Am I lying?
Hell no. Eggs, damn near $15.
Right. Bacon, $10, $11. Beef bacon with the season. And it's spoiled in 3 days, even though I vacuum sealed it. Them facts. But go ahead.
And thy meat which thou shalt, I read that. Verse 11. Thou shalt drink also water.
Wait. You gonna drink water? See that? You used to be able to get it out the tap. You used to be able to take your hand as a cup. Remember them days? Not you, because you too young. They killed it before you got to it. I used to be able to take my little hand and you ain't doing none of that now.
Now you get it 16.
So what you got over there?
16.9 ounces at a time.
And just to highlight much more how wicked it is, they have manufactured the water in a way that they remove all of the nutrients in the water. And I'll tell you why. In the last 4 years, I've been seeing electrolyte supplements being sold separately increase on the shelves. Okay. This water in this bottle right here that I haven't even opened, this is nothing. All this is gonna do is make me pee out all of the nutrients in my body and dehydrate me. Then
Yeah.
I have to go and buy the electrolytes separately, put it
Yeah.
in here and drink it. So they created another $1 billion market by removing the nutrients out of the water.
Yeah,
You
because
don't get
Everybody is
hydrated no more.
experiencing this right now, especially if you call yourself being in shape or athletic or any of that. You are experiencing what the Akim just said 100% right now. He just gave you the facts.
My mouth, my mouth is consistently dry. My lips
Now,
feel consistently dry. And I
now
work
we
out
understand
5, maybe 6 times a week and drink, and I can go through a case in maybe 2 or 3 days. Right?
yeah,
Sugar.
it's already dead because it's in plastic. If it's in
That
plastic,
too.
it's no
That too.
good.
That yeah, come.
Dang,
It
that's
says
another one.
real quick, it's back on the tilapia. Tilapia is gene edited though.
Yeah.
It's faster growing, more efficient fish developed using precision genome editing like CRISPR to enhance traits like growth rate, feed conversion, and fillet yield.
Same thing they do with the Popeyes chicken.
Kind
Pump it up.
That
That's why
Popeye,
people
that
all
Popeye
pumped up.
still be good to the mug. Though that bullshit be banging though. I ain't gonna
Stay
man.
away from tenders, boy. Damn.
That's it on that.
Okay, good.
Ezekiel 4:11, thou shalt drink also water by measure, the 6th part of an hin. From time to time shalt thou drink. And I want to look up a hen too, like the measurement of how much is a hen, because it may
Go
be
ahead. What?
equivalent to. So let's see,
And while you doing that, I got this.
the 6th part of a hen.
What scripture is that?
Ezekiel 4:11. It says a hen, a unit of measurements about 5 quarts.
5 quarts. Okay. 5 quarts to ounces. 160 fluid ounces. 160 fluid ounces.
So that's
Yeah.
like 2 of my water bottles that I you know that daily water bottle you get where it say start at 7 o'clock or 9 o'clock and
Yeah,
it
you got
all the way up to like 7.
God. And you know what? They actually sell the essentials. You notice they sell the bottle, the little ones, and then the big ones, and then the big ones.
Esau perform a diligent search.
Yeah, God. He doing exactly what the scripture says. So he fulfilling prophecy.
Yeah.
So that's prophecy being fulfilled by us having to buy our water and it be contaminated and things of that nature. So you are living in prophecy, retarded asses. You want to do Deuteronomy 24:15? Okay. Because there's another one Mashiach brought out too on your unrighteous decree. Not only if you cheating the people out of their life source, water, everything, but you ain't even paying the motherfucker right.
24:15.
Not only, yeah. Not only do you got unjust balances, but watch this.
Deuteronomy 24:15. At his day, thou shalt give him his hire.
If I go to work at my day, you're supposed to give me my hire. What's that?
It says,
no.
Oh, neither shall the sun go down upon it.
Right. Before the sun go down, you're supposed to pay me my wage. Not wait till the end of a week or 2 weeks.
To 14, son. By that time, you ain't got no food. You down to your last water bottle.
No duh. Shit.
It says, verse 15, at his day thou shalt give him his hire, neither shall the sun go down upon it. And it's the law. For he is poor.
Right. Ain't we poor? All right, then. Fuck wrong with him then.
He might money down.
So, oh well. But now we know because damn.
It says, for he is poor and setteth his heart upon it.
Right. See, let that paycheck don't come. Motherfucker gonna snap.
Lest he cry against thee unto the Lord, and it be sin unto thee.
Okay.
Yeah.
And holding people pension plans and letting businesses close down bankrupt without paying their employees.
Yep. Unrighteous decrees.
That's unrighteous decrees.
Having your own private companies and
you
making
know what all this got me thinking, right? And this is, for some of them goofies out there that be so stuck on the law, they keep the law. If you stupid motherfuckers drinking lemonade, eating lemon cake, having lemon pie, you breaking the fucking law, man. Because this man has done he has completed a diligent search to make sure that you defile yourself and you are oppressing your heritage in every facet of your fucking life
Man, you going off because you living with a fucking woman.
Every day.
You living in a 2-bedroom apartment with a woman. It's already over with.
Man,
just
think about it though. Every day on TV, or like you have health professionals telling you how, how good lemons are for you. Motherfuckers is doing cleanse this with lemon water, and whole time you going off breaking the fucking law.
Right.
Whole time.
This is. I was gonna say they even got kid brands, Lululemon advertising it. So it's just feedbacking off what you brothers getting at. Like the law is just, I mean, the wickedness is out here everywhere.
This stuff consume the earth.
Yep.
Go ahead, corrupt.
There's no way to get around it. This is Haggai 1:5. Now, therefore, thus saith the Lord, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua of hosts, consider your ways. Ye have sown much and bring in little. You eat, but ye have not enough. You drink, but you are not filled with drink. You
missing electrolytes. You missing all kind of deficiency.
Because we not working for us. We working for the elites. We just the goys. We just get the scraps. We Lazarus. We just get the scraps. See the rich man in the royal apparel. We working for him.
Absolutely, but and also just like it said, you eat, but you not feel as the elder was going into. You can eat, but your body is not getting the nourishment because this man has removed the nourishment from the food that you eat. So now they generated another $1 billion in supplements and vitamins, right? Right. The scriptures say, "I've given you every herb for healing. Eat the fruit and the seed. Eat the fruit and the seed." So you can eat the apple, but you're not gonna get the vitamin D from it if that's what's in a fucking apple, right? Let's just say, right? Like, let's say apples are rich in vitamin D. Now, you eat a vitamin a day, but you still vitamin D deficient. So you got to go and buy how are you?
Vitamin C and K.
Thank you.
Plus, B vitamins.
And man, it's good that you saying that because I remember in school they'll show you like by the time that a plant is grown and the animal, or by the time the plant is grown, it got 100% energy and everything. By the time it gets to the human, you only getting to consume like 5% of that. So now that I'm in the truth, and I'm like, well, King David, I know it was, spiritual power, but
but he still was eating
right. They wasn't getting just 5% of their nutrients. They killing 800 people on the battlefield, 300. What you eating and consuming, you getting all your 100% of that because
it decrease us too.
Because Native Americans had something that they could consume, which was filled with like protein, nuts, and like carbs, and that'll last them a whole day.
It's fuel. What you eat, it fuels your body. Like when people eat sugar is supposed to fuel whatever it is, a task that you're supposed to do. It's a boost, But if you consume that sugar and you sit docile, now you got a whole type of health problems. You got high glucose. You producing less insulin. Even when you're not as mobile, right, as a man, that testosterone turns into estrogen. You start getting saggy boobs and shit like that. But let me finish off this Haggai 1:6. Ye drink, but ye are not filled with drink. Ye clothe you, but there is none warm. And he that earneth wages to put into a bag with holes. Because you gotta wait 2 weeks for them wages. You're supposed to get paid that day for that day's work, but now you got to stretch your wages out a whole nother 2 weeks, and you still have to consume your day-to-day bread, plus your vitamins, nutrients, pay your bills, and get back and forth to work.
What was the last part of that 1:6? Can you say it one more time, Hakeem?
And he that earneth wages to put into a bag with holes.
A bag with holes in it, right? Also, taxes. They tax your ass on they they taxing you, so you don't even get all of your money, because then they're gonna tax you. Then they're gonna tax you 3-4 times, right? You're gonna get taxed state, federal, right? Then they're gonna take out
Medicaid, Medicare, Social Security.
right, exactly. Right, so you don't even get your
know who
whole wage.
You tax before it even hits your account. Then once it hits your account, the bank tax it a little bit. Then you get taxed on pulling the money out.
Then you get taxed at the store
There you go.
when you go buy the goods. So
There
you
you
don't
go.
even see your whole wage.
250.
You don't even see your whole wage. Imagine if Lot had did that to Jacob, right? You say, yo, give you my money. At the end of his servitude to him, when he was getting out of there, and he said, all right, here go your 10 sheep, but I gotta tax you, so I'm gonna take 5 sheep, right? Then it's a service charge. It's a service charge to take 2 more sheep from you, and then it's a convenience factor. So the 10 sheep you're supposed to get, now you walking away with 3.
Yeah, Laban.
Yeah,
Damn,
Laban.
that hurt. Yeah, damn, that hurt. He would have never left.
He would have never left.
That's where we are with Esau.
That's where we are.
Never leaving. Never leaving. Yeah, man.
That's why Jacob's name is supplanted, because he had to supplant Laban. He had to breeding them sheep and goats. He had to make him choose, the stock. He like, all right, well, I'm gonna take these.
God.
He took the best of the flock.
It's Isaiah 24:5. The earth also is defiled under the inhabitants thereof, because they have transgressed the law, changed the ordinance, broke the everlasting covenant. So they changed everything.
God, the fact that you got landfills and plastic bags and shit like that, that does nothing good for the earth. The scriptures tell you how you're supposed to treat the land, man. Because because everything works cohesively. The plant feeds itself, so that it gives off the nutrients to feed herbivores like the elk, the deer, the cow, mainly where we get most of our protein from, right? So it's a circle of life. When you X out something, a link in that chain, it messes up the whole assembly line. It's like you on an assembly line and you got a part for a transmission, but somebody don't have the pistons or whatever, part there is on the transmission. Then you go to put it together in the car, it's not going to perform properly. Something's missing.
Yep, it ain't gonna pass the test.
Right.
When the QA quality control come to test it or do a stress test, it's gonna fail every time. So then they're gonna start wanting to figure out why, and then if it's still happening after that, which I actually had I can stop you, but I actually had a AST guy tell me yesterday that he noticed every time this young lady is on one of their little machines that it always seemed to happen to stop. And he was like, John, now I'm not trying to start nothing or anything. I said, yeah, I'm gonna rock the boat, bro. He said, but I have been noticing that. And I was like, damn.
Yeah.
This is Ecclesiastes 7:7. It says, surely oppression make a wise man mad, and a gift destroyeth the heart. So, we've been throwing out scriptures and highlighting just how oppressed you are in your everyday life in every facet, right? Because you got the regular person going around thinking, well, I ain't killed nobody today, or I ain't steal nothing, so I didn't sin. You know what I'm saying? No, man, you done sinned on fucking every level. You got these wicked ass high holy days coming up, and you sitting around eating. You understand what I'm saying? And you put and you don't know if this is a natural occurring thing that you're putting in your body or not, right? All the more reason why we need salvation, why we need Yahweh Shah, why we need that grace. Because without that, man, we done. Man, this man has put belt the ass and his foot down on the neck in every fucking facet of the game, man.
Psalms 83.
Crafty counsel.
Yeah.
Yeah, con. You
This-
can't enjoy your woman. You can't enjoy your children. Shit.
Okay.
You can't enjoy the food you fucking eating. Nothing. Yeah.
Yep. My ancestor said it was 9 things in his heart, you know, but the 10th one he'll utter, you know.
I'm gonna get it for you.
That's Sirach 25:7.
Pull it up.
Yeah.
This is real quick to land back on what you was talking about being justified in the law. This is Galatians 2:16, knowing that a man is not justified by the works of the law, but by the faith of Yahushua Hamashiach. Even we have believed in Yahushua Hamashiach, that we might be justified by the faith of Hamashiach, and not by the works of the law. For by the works of the law shall no flesh be justified. You know?
Yeah,
so we're gonna be justified by faith. But remember what Yahushua said, I think that was Paul. He say, since you're not justified by the law, shall you continue in sin? And what he say? God forbid, no. You know?
Yeah, and then what's that one, for those that try to justify themselves in the law, you make void the effect of Yahushua HaMashiach. Because if you saying you keep the laws perfectly, then you say you don't need Yahushua because you perfect.
It is Romans 6:1. What shall we say then? Shall we continue in sin that grace may abound? God forbid. How shall we that are dead to sin live any longer therein?
You said that was what, Colossians? I got Colossians on my mind.
It was Romans 6:1.
Yeah.
Romans 6:1.
Because then you should be able to jump to 14 or something.
Jump down to 14.
Yeah.
Okay, 14. For sin shall not have dominion over you, for ye are not under the law, but under grace. What then? Shall we sin because we are not under the law, but under grace? God forbid. So there you go. You know?
Because you can't keep the law 100% and you in captivity. That's like, that's a what they call it, hypocrisy.
Okay.
Or not hypocrisy. What they always say, the Bible contradicts itself. That's a contradiction.
Yeah.
So, and that's what these other false camps do.
Contradict themselves. Yes, they do. Contradict themselves.
Genesis.
This is Galatians 5:2. Behold, I Paul say unto you that if ye be circumcised, that means you that are under the law, right? Keeping all of the laws. Yahushua shall profit you nothing. For I testify again to every man that is circumcised that he is a debtor to do the whole law. So if you are acknowledging you are circumcised under the law and you are keeping the law, then you are bound to the whole law.
Yeah, they was doing that shit in the time y'all was shot. Matthew the 23rd chapter. That's why he snapped on their ass.
I got some more on that.
They sit in. I got you real quick. They sit in Moses' seat. You see what I'm saying? And they do that shit today. We sit in Moses' seat, man. Look, Yahushua came on the scene, man. You know, you ain't justified in the law. We wasn't keeping the laws perfect in our own land. When we had. Go ahead.
No, this Colossians kind of go into that.
Colossians, right?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
This Colossians 2:6. It says, as ye have therefore received Yahushua HaMashiach the Lord, so walk ye in him, rooted and built up in him, and established in the faith as ye have been taught, abounding therein with thanksgiving.
Established in the faith that you have been taught. See, you ain't come up out of GMS teaching that shit you teaching now. They weren't even teaching that shit in Sakari.
Because remember, you keep highlighting that they trying to reinvent the wheel.
Same with IUIC. Yeah, come on, man. You ain't justified in the damn laws.
Hold hold on right quick. Akim, this is Galatians 5 and 4. Well, 5 and 3. For I testify again to every man that is circumcised that he is a debtor to do the whole law. 5 and 4. Yahushua is become of no effect unto you. Whosoever of you are justified by the law, ye are fallen from grace.
Okay.
Con, you
That's what
first
you were
as
saying, though,
niggas don't
Yashar.
need salvation.
Con. What? Pick back what you saying, Yashar.
Oh, well, I was just gonna say, yeah, the elders, every week they busting Nate out for switching things up and changing things up. But it's
Yeah, because he ain't innocent either. And that's why the elders now, since Genesis is fully blown, just going straight forward with it, the elders highlighting everybody now.
this is Colossians 2 and 8. Beware lest any man spoil you through philosophy and vain deceit, after the tradition of men, after the rudiments of the world, and not after Yahushua.
Right. So they talking about some hell is not America. It ain't gonna be the lake of fire. They saying all kind of crazy ass shit. I'm like, dang.
Yep.
See that? They ain't teaching the name anymore. The name gone all of a sudden.
And it say in vain deceit after the tradition of men, because if you go look at Sakari Passover from last year, 2024 in Dallas, they were selling the hats, they were selling the jewels, they were selling everything, and that's exactly what they was doing in the temple when Yahushua came in. They turned the holy temple into a marketplace.
Yeah.
By what after the tradition of men, what they wanted to do.
Yeah, kind of.
Yeah. And remember it said they compass land and sea to find a prophet to make him twofold devil himself. And they go out and I see why the apostles are snap on a motherfucker like Nate, because you allow the space for this. The fabric change in the doctrine, you know what I'm saying? Trying to get around the name, you know, the glorious garments, the showboating at the Passovers, you know.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. Yeah. They introduced that as a segue, and Sakari done picked it up and took it further. Everybody's taking up torch.
12 tribes worldwide.
Yeah, kind of. See that?
That's why IUIC went to Solomon Islands, which I guess they thought was so holy. And them heathens said, "We will eat you."
Y'all better stop playing. Come over here with that bullshit, nigga. This ain't fair.
They got slapped on everything.
Right. Damn.
They was in Papua New Guinea, right?
I think that was it could have been that, or it was either that or the Solomon Islands. It's been a while.
God, yeah.
I got a I got a precept for that Colossians. This is Mark 7 and 7. How be it in vain do they worship me, teaching for doctrines the commandments of men. For laying aside the commandments of God, ye hold the traditions of men.
Right. So that Gentile can be saved. That's a tradition of man. That engrafted in, that Rosicrucian, that comfy, bringing it back. Y'all trying to double back. Y'all double back and with the same CIA doctrine. Then wonder why over here in Chill Another Light, we coined y'all ass what? And I'm going to say it, because I said it. COINTELPRO 2.0. Stop playing with us.
That's
show me something different than if we lied.
Solomon Islands and Papua New Guinea are neighboring Malaysian island nations in the South Pacific. Yeah, that's what they was at. Yeah, over there.
Niggas was over there.
Yeah,
over there jet set.
If you want to holler my way, if somebody walk up and say, "I'll eat you," what would you do?
I'm not finna be in no environment where somebody gonna walk up to me and say nothing like that. I'm gonna scan out the people first. Look, even Mashiach, even when we came to your crib, ask the Akims know what I was doing, like before you got there.
So you was walking around scanning the area, right?
And not only the area, but who else? The people.
And the
architecture. Yeah.
Yeah. Like we truly are the watchmen. I don't just go nowhere and just be like, duh.
You was out there about
What's
30
on the
minutes.
wall? Ooh, look at her booty. No, fuck her. Okay,
Uh,
what's this architect? What century is this? Why? Why is this century architect in this type of area? What area am I in? What am I doing here? Okay, what are they doing here? See that?
you know
That's
what
where
I
your
found out
mind is
later,
supposed to be
Elder?
at. My bad, Hakeem.
No, I ain't mean cut you off. You know what I found out later, Elder? The
Yeah.
area is called a Billionaire Row,
Billionaire Row.
where you saw all of the historically, right? It's so you saw all of the
The Roman
all of
architect,
the
Roman Greek architect.
occult symbols and markings, right? All of the witchcraft markings, all of the deity statues.
Yeah.
And what I know now, you was in Billionaire Row. So
Done. Done.
the magic was where the money at.
Done.
Yeah.
Done. Done. And oh, it's magic over there too. I was
Yeah, that's what I'm
smiling every
saying. That's
day.
what I'm saying. The
So,
witchcraft the magic is where the money was at.
it's so good over there.
Marshall, what was that precept that you just brought out?
That Mark 7:7. Huh? I got some more on that. It started at 7.
Okay.
Well, it started at Mark 7:6. And this is Yahweh Shah talking to them same wicked ass circumcised people, right? It started at 6, but I'm just getting to the point. So back in 8, Mark 7:8, it says, "For laying aside the commandments of God, ye hold the tradition of men, as the washing of the pots and cups, and many other such like things ye do." 7 and 9. And he said unto them, "For well ye reject the commandments of God, that ye may keep your own traditions." And we were just talking, and another segue through the spirit, called Yahbashim Yahushua. It's they so-called Christmas Eve, right?
Yeah, kind of.
And me and Karal was just talking about this earlier, right? Like, what do they do? Jeremiah the 10th chapter. They go get the tree, they chop it, bring it in their home, they deck it out in silver and gold. So they dress the tree in the finest of apparel as if it's royal, right? And then what they do, they present the presents to the tree first. Because you gotta put the presents under the tree, right? So you present these presents, these offerings to the tree first.
Right.
And when the tree acknowledge them, then you give them to people.
Right. Because they bow down to the tree. And you notice the tree make you bow down to it and prostrate as you put the present under there.
Under it.
You prostrated. So you're right. I ain't even think about that part. And that's the Evergrades tree which got Nimrod in.
Con. I got that from when I first came to the truth. One of the brothers out of the Gilmet Chicago camp. They was having camp, and it was an evergreen tree in front. And he asked the question. He was like, "Why didn't nobody move the tree?" He said, "Any other day, I wouldn't care about the tree. But it's around they high holy day, so this tree has become a cursed object." And he kicked that motherfucker across the street. I say, "Damn, you're right, Akim. It is a cursed object. Because what it stands for right now."
Yep.
Brother, I got a precept. On that for you.
Man, bring it out.
This is Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 13, verse 11. I'll take it to like 14. "Now a carpenter that fell of timber, after he have sawn down a tree, meet for the purpose, and taken off all the bark skillfully round about it, and have wrought it handsomely, and made a vessel thereof fit for this service of man's life. And after spending the refuse of his work to dress his meat, he have filled himself in taking the very refuse among those which serve to no use, being a crooked piece of wood full of knots, and have carved it diligently, when he had nothing else to do, and formed it by the skill of his understanding, and fashioned it to the image of a man, or made it like some vile beast, laying it over with vermilion, and with paint coloring it red, and covering every spot therein, and we had made a convenient room for it, set it in a wall, and made it fast with iron, for he provided for it that it might not fall, knowing that it was unable to help itself, for it is an image, and have no need of help." So just like the Akim was saying, they get all these festivities and deck these Christmas trees out and worship and idolize it, but the scripture tell you that you believe, let that thing, it can't even stand itself on the wall, you know?
That's
so
right.
what you're doing is just worshiping false deities and you just idolizing Yeah, just that's idolatry.
Yeah, Con.
Right.
A
That's
man,
my
they, all right, I can.
Dagon. They took the ark, put in the
The Ark of the Covenant, yeah, the Philistines.
yeah, and every
Yeah.
time he went in there, Dagon ass on his back,
He was on the floor.
laid out and shit.
First Samuel. Yeah, First
Yep.
Samuel.
I remember.
Yeah, they was sick. They was salty too. They mad about this shit.
And every city that they took it to, that wasn't in a part of Israel, they was getting hit with like earthquakes and shit.
Yeah, them boys is getting them boys breaking out with herpes, all kind of shit.
Yeah, fuck them up. They say, man, listen, we get your power. Please take this book. Please take this back, y'all.
No,
Please.
they sent that motherfucker up the river. Here. This Jeremiah 10:1. Hear ye the word which the Lord Yahweh Shem Yahushua spake unto you, O house of Israel. Thus saith the Lord, learn not the way of the heathen, and be not dismayed at the signs of heaven, for the heathen are dismayed at them. For the custom of the people are vain. So your traditions and all that shit is vain, man. For one cutteth a tree out of the forest, the work of the hands of workman of the workman with the axe. They deck it with silver and with gold. Laying back in what Yashar was just saying, they fasten it with nails and with hammers, that it move not. They are upright as the palm tree, but speak not. They must needs be born because they cannot go. Be not afraid of them, for they cannot do evil, neither also is it in them to do good. You know, because it ain't nothing but an image, you know?
Right.
The graven image.
Let me show you how Esau set that old weak ass song up with Santa Claus. He know when you been good or bad. Weak ass. Nigga, that motherfucker ain't finna do shit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
A lot of motherfucking kids, they presents and be broke. Right.
Motherfucker.
Anyway, crap is
Right. Low setting. Yeah, you trying to pop a motherfucking ass talking about Saint Nick, some fat.
and it tell you that in the
No.
it tell you that in the music, right? It's a you know, sit around and tell scary ghost stories. Why would you tell scary ghost stories on Jesus' birthday?
right. The hypocrisy. Right.
Right.
So we
And
all
quotes. Why would you
like Yock said, it all go back to debauchery, homosexuality, the Saturn worship, Saturnalia, you know, another one, Lord Invictus, you know, old Rome, where they have orgies and sacrifices, you know, on the 25th, and the exchanging of gifts. That's all it goes back to.
Yeah.
Winter solstice, you know.
Yeah.
Yep. Then
well, just the spirit. Like, yeah, I can got an AI overview. As soon as he said it, it popped up. It says Saturnalia, the Roman festival for god Saturn, shares similarities with Christmas due to their proximity to the winter solstice,
which Akim just said that,
and shared traditions like feasting, gift giving, small tokens, candles, evergreen decorations, feasting, and social.
We just went over that with the Jeremiah 10:1 with the Christmas tree. Mashiach said how y'all prostrate to the motherfucker.
And social role reversal.
Social role reversal. That don't sound too good to me.
This the season of giving.
Yeah, okay.
Leading many scholars to believe the early church incorporated these popular pagan customs to make Christianity more appealing, although historians debate if Saturnalia directly transformed to Christmas, but we know.
Yeah, we know. Yeah,
right.
Yeah, we know because we know, you know, Emperor Constantine, when he was commissioning Christianity as the official religion of Rome, he did align the pagan holidays with it to make the other people convert.
And that's called the Council of Nicaea.
Right. So we know where all of those statues of the saints come from. Those statues of the saints were other gods, and they just put a different name on it.
And then who the fuck is all these saints that they have anyway? Saint Elmo,
ain't none of them in a fucking book. Ain't none of them in a book. Saint Elmo's fire and all of
that. None of niggas in the book.
Motherfuckers got 50 rosary beads and they praying to different saints. Who the fuck is these people?
Real quick. Social role reversal is when people swap their usual positions or behaviors in a relationship. Like
You heard, Hakeem, you see, I said that don't sound good, right?
When you
Like how your job, you just say your job, all your heads was serving y'all. That's what that is.
Okay.
That's why I said like the gift of giving.
Yeah, I didn't get that.
Like
That's why they acting like they. I said, give me a motherfucking $500 on my paycheck. Fuck you
hold on,
talking
this is
about. I go buy my own candy. I'm sorry.
real quick,
real quick,
Quran.
real quick. Like a child acting as a parent, parentification, or a spouse taking on the other's traditional duties, often like therapeutically in psychodrama to build empathy, resolve conflicts, or understand other perspectives. But it also occurs pathology in dysfunctional families, child abuse, neglect, or shifts in societal dynamics, fostering insight or creating maladaptive patterns.
And I got a precept for you right here. This is Romans 1:22. Professing themselves to be wise, they became fools. And I'm gonna jump. Wherefore to Romans 1:24. The point is in 25. Wherefore God also gave them up to uncleanliness through the lusts of their own hearts to dishonor their own bodies between themselves with their role reversal, social role reversal. No, yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah, no, yeah, that was the point in 1:24. Yeah. There you go with that. I'm sorry. Romans 1:27. I'm sorry, 1:26. For this cause, God gave them up to vile affections, for even their women did change the natural use into which is against their nature, right? Women on women, social role reversing. And likewise, also the men, leaving the natural use of the woman, burned in their lusts one toward another, men with men, working that which is unseemly and receiving in themselves that recompense of their error, which was meat.
Right, because what comes right after the Xmas, you have New Year's, which goes into the Janus.
Janus.
You know, you still got more on that Saturnalia, Yashar?
I think I do.
And the AI.
Yeah, that was it.
Oh, what's at the bottom?
Key similarities.
Yeah. Some of those connections.
Okay.
Okay,
Low Saturnalia.
Yeah, remember I said, motherfucker, then a motherfucker over talking about low Saturnalia. Get y'all gay ass out of here, but go ahead.
Yeah, low Saturnalia.
Motherfucker be thinking we just be making shit up. I don't just be saying shit to be saying shit.
The greeting might echo ho ho ho.
Right. One more time.
There you go.
From the top.
Okay.
Because these are similarities.
Timing, both occur in mid-December, close to winter solstice. Feastal and merriment both involve large banquets, excessive eating and drinking. With revelry, with Saturnalia being famous for its best of days atmosphere. That's why they say Christmas the most wonderful time of the year and all that.
Hold on, real quick, I can and it says Saturnalia, popular merry Roman festival, right? Honoring the god Saturn mid-December. And I'm just filling some stuff in. Known for its feasting, right? Your Christmas dinner, gift givings, your presents, and temporary inversion, back to inversion of social norms. For example, where masters served slaves.
And they did me at my job. They did me like that at my job. I can just say, yeah, that's why they serving y'all food at y'all job, motherfuckers.
Yeah. It started December 17th. It featured religious rites, public bankings, gamblings, and the king of Saturnalia influencing Christmas traditions like wreaths, candles, and gifts exchange. That's it. I just want to feel some of that in there.
Yeah,
Damn.
The brother said that he brought that up earlier. The gift giving and exchanges.
And you can see how us being on the righteous side and the wicked are parallel, because at the same time they having Christmas, winter solstice, this month was our Hanukkah, you know? So and it's always like that. It's always, we have our holidays.
Well, we gotta get it, goddamn. No, you talk.
And they folly days is right, is they in close proximity. And I've been noticing that. So that's how I see it's a spiritual fight, it's a spiritual battle. And we're gonna come out on top, Kwame Yasharala.
This Ecclesiastes 33:7. Why does one day exceed another, when as all the light of every day is in the year is of the sun? But I can't see. But the knowledge of the Lord, they were diminished, and he altered seasons and feasts. Some of them have he made high days and hollowed them, and some of them, I gotta make sure I read it right. And some of them has he made ordinary days. And that's where y'all get y'all holidays from. Let me stop playing. And all men are from the ground, and Adam was created of earth. In much knowledge, the Lord has divided them and made their ways diverse. Talking about Esau and Jacob. But anyway, some of them has he blessed and exalted, and some of them has he sanctified. He sat near himself, but some of them has he cursed and brought low and turned out of their places. And we know Esau turned out his place, but he built that's the places. Y'all get that another lesson. It said, as the clay is in the potter's hand to fashion it at his pleasure, because we don't run shit. This is how we shot work. So man is in the hand of him that made him, anytime you want to jump in, to render to them as liking him best. Good is set against evil, and life against death. So the godly against the sinner, and the sinner against the godly. So look upon all the works of the Most High, and there are two and two, one against another. That's how it was set up. That's why you see the parallel on that. Since you understand in Oz, and you studying Oz, and you know studying theirs and everything, you like, wait a minute, this shit is the same. Yeah,
because that Saturnalia came from Sol Invictus, which was like supposed to be like the last son, unconquered son, god of Rome. But this is the AI overview. While many sources claim gods like Horus, Mithras, Attis, Dionysus, and Hercules were born on December 25th, most historians agree this is a misconception. Few have recorded December 25th birthdays, with the date instead linked to winter solstice festivals for the unconquered sun, Sol Invictus, adopted by Christians to celebrate Jesus' birth due to his pagan significance, not actual shared birthdays.
Yeah, one more time with the Colossians 2:8.
Okay.
That's why y'all be trying to say, don't put me in y'all bullshit.
Right, God.
Colossians 2:8. Beware lest any man spoil you through philosophy and vain deceit.
And y'all just got it broke down to y'all.
After the tradition of men, after the rudiments of the world, and not after Christ.
Right, not after the anointed. Yahweh Shah. So Yahweh Shah said, no, don't bring that shit my way. Y'all know that shit got set in Yelia and all them other motherfuckers y'all worship.
This is Isaiah 5:20. Woe unto them that call evil good and good evil, that put darkness for light and light for darkness. That
right.
I'm doing my
Christmas tree. I don't care nothing about Jeremiah, what he talking about.
He ain't talking about Christmas. What he talking about is
in those times.
Right. He talking about you bring a tree in and then you decorate the tree. And that's Christmas, dumbass.
Right. I'd be like, wait, ain't that what you got in the corner?
No, not my tree.
Right, on my tree. Yeah.
Okay. Satan kicked me out the Zoom.
Oh yeah. You be getting on his ass when you be digging up them facts. He be mad. They be mad at you. He's like, how the fuck he know about Saturnalia?
Right.
Nigga barely speaks English.
Right. Principality of the air. Be quick, boy.
He be quick. Man, because the Akim know he gonna uncover that truth right there.
Yeah, God.
Okay, though. We got any more scriptures?
No, that's it.
That's it on that.
Hey, it's Christmas Eve. Y'all better watch the fuck out. And hey, you heard it here, children of the light.
Okay.
So with that, shalom to the elect. Kwame Yasharala.
Shalom, brother.
Yasharal, shalom.